Hey everybody, and welcome to my 31-week vlog. This is in HD again, so of course it's going to be very unedited and probably really boring. But anyways, today I turned exactly 31 weeks. Of course, this is Friday. Who knows when I'll actually get this video out. But I did want to tell you guys that I did have my appointment, which according to them is my 32.2 week update, or my checkup, but they're wrong, so... Anyways, yeah, so I went there and I met with one of the female doctors, and I kind of don't like her. I thought one of the other doctors had a bad bedside manner. This one's even worse, and I did remember her from before, and she happened to be the doctor that when I had Dakota, she was there the second day, and she had come into my room. She didn't ask me. I was actually on my side. I think I was nursing Dakota, or I forgot what I was doing, talking to someone. She just came up behind me, lifted up my blanket, and stuck her hands down my butt to check for hemorrhoids, mind you. What? Apparently that's something you get after you go into labor, but I didn't have that. I don't know quite what the story was. But she didn't ask, and she didn't say what she was doing. She just she scared the living heck out of me. Said, you know, you could have asked. And she's very, very, very medical minded. She's not one of the ones that lean towards the midwife very much. I can tell you that much. So she was telling me all about vaccines that I should be having, and just, it was, let me tell you, this woman is not friendly. She does not smile. She's just very cold, and where'd Dakota go? He's up there riding his bike. So she came in and did the checkup really quick, and we did hear Colton's heartbeat. His heartbeat is between 140 and 150 beats per minute. My blood pressure is great, surprisingly, and he's measuring 33 weeks, which I figured he'd be measuring 34, because I'm usually always measuring 3 weeks ahead of time. But since they think I'm 32, they're not really worrying about it, which is beyond me. I don't know. So now I know the next appointment I'm going to have is going to be for the group strep B test, which is that swab. How many of you have gone through it, and how many of you have opted out of it? And if you can, how did you do it? If you chose to, what did you do? So I've done it before. Not really quite sure if I want to. Anyways, but for the appointment, everything else went great. I did gain a little too much weight this month, and I know why. It's because when I got the call from my doctor saying my iron was a little bit low, I decided to do an intake of a lot of spinach, but of course, I can't just eat spinach, right? No, I have to eat spinach pie, which is phyllo dough and spinach and feta cheese, so that was not good for my waist. Not that I have one anymore, but definitely need to lay off of that for the time being. And I'm not going to tell you guys how much I've gained. I will tell you how much I have gained throughout the pregnancy at the end. Though I should probably just tell you now, and I'm not even sure. I think I've gained... I don't know. Let me get back to you on that. But anyways, so I told you guys I would have more updates for you in my 31-week vlog, and I do. Colton is a lot bigger. His kicks are very noticeable. He's very strong. He's in my ribs all the time, or in my hip, and walking is a pain. I feel like every morning when I wake up, I feel like I just worked out. I always have a lot of just kind of like achiness in my joints and my hips down, you know, right in my lower area. And walking is kind of a task with that because there's a lot of pressure, and I definitely feel it after I've been walking for a while. I feel like, oh, okay. Or when I first get up, you just feel the pressure of Colton going right on your bladder, and you're like, oh, yeah. Sleep is kind of hard. Not getting much sleep. Definitely tossing and turning a lot, trying to get in a more comfortable position. I don't have a body pillow, so I just try to make do with what I have. It's usually because I get comfortable more on my left side than my right side, but then of course I have to keep switching because one side will go, you know, get a little bit tired of being laid on. So, and then between going that and going to the bathroom, which is another problem. As soon as I hear birds singing and the sun starts to come up, I find it hard to go back to sleep, which is a problem. because I don't go to bed till late. So, yeah. That's not working. As for the stress stuff that's going on in my life, that was supposed to be getting better, and it's not. Basically, I keep saying I'm going to make a separate video, and I never do, so I'm just going to add it into this video. For those of you who are new subscribers or haven't watched my videos before, which would make you a new subscriber, I don't know. Basically, right now, is I have an ex of mine for Dakota, and he took me to court for visitation, which turned into, because I don't know how it blew up the way that it did, and he wasn't getting his way, and then things just got bad, and lawyers were hired, and I didn't do anything. I don't know what's going on. But anyways, now it's turned into visitation, custody. There's an investigator involved, a GAL, if you guys know what that is. A guardian ad litem, I guess is what they call it. Yeah, it's fun. And we have a trial date set for 2 weeks after Colton is born. Around 2 weeks. It's the end of September. Yeah. So, yeah. And he's told me 3 times that he's going to drop the case and drop the trial, drop the investigator, drop everything, that he doesn't want to do it anymore, and that he's really sorry he ever started it, and apologizes. And then I bend over backwards trying to give him more visitation and try to do things the right way, and I try to be as nice as possible, and then in the end he changes his mind for 3 times. So right now I guess we're in the point where I have to do a list of demands or he won't drop the trial. I don't know. Yeah. So it's a lot of stress on me to have to deal with, and it just shouldn't be this way. It really shouldn't. And I urge you guys that if you can get along with your ex, if you have an ex and they want visitation of your child, try to get along with them as much as possible. Don't get into the legal system, because the legal system is flawed and they don't dig deep enough as they should, and it's just, nobody works for each other, especially, and I've heard this from many attorneys, they say that family attorneys work for money, they don't work for you. And it's true, because most family cases last forever, because it's family. They dig deep, they get angry, there's constant contention, so they're not simple cases. They go on forever, and attorneys love that, because hey, we're going to get thousands of dollars. So yeah, attorneys don't really work for you, and his doesn't, because he's tried to cancel the case, and his has said, no, well, we're not canceling. You don't even listen to your own client. So that's my rant for now, and that's as much as I'm saying, because I keep wanting to make a separate video, but until it's over, I don't really want to say much more. What I can say is, if you're a single mom, enjoy it. It is wonderful. I love it, and I'm going to make a separate video about single mothers. So let me see, am I still recording? And I have 1 minute and 20 seconds left, so I've been talking a lot, and I'm sorry. Okay, so anyways, am I blurry? I probably am. Nobody knows. Yeah, so I'm going to make a part 2 to this video. Yeah, that's what I'll do. That sounds good, right? Because I'm sure there's more I need to talk about Colton, and I haven't. Yeah. I'm a mess. Alright, I'm going to go make a part 2 to this video. Bye!